All right, let's talk about this because something huge is about to change for every single mobile phone in India. Come 2026, the country is rolling out a massive security overhaul, basically a nationwide digital shield designed to fight back against this growing wave of cyber fraud. So picture this. You look down at your phone and you see that dreaded no service message. You'd probably just shrug it off, right? Maybe a bad signal, a network glitch. But what if I told you that's the exact moment a criminal could be hijacking your entire digital life? That's the first sign of a SIM swap attack. And it's precisely the kind of threat these new rules are designed to stop, dead in its tracks.
And look, this is not some small niche problem we're talking about. The sheer scale of this is just staggering. It's projected that in 2025 alone, cyber fraud is going to drain over 18,000 crore rupees from Indians. That's not just a number, that is a full-blown national crisis. And it's exactly why the regulators are finally stepping in with such a powerful response.
So how are they going to pull this off? Well, here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get into the weeds on the SIM swap epidemic itself. Then we're going to expose the one big flaw that makes our phone numbers so vulnerable. From there, we'll explore India's 2026 digital shield, breaking down the new rules for your identity and your money. And most importantly, we'll finish with a simple checklist so you know exactly what to do to get ready.
All right, let's kick things off with the big one, the SIM swap epidemic. This is all about how criminals can so easily steal what has, for better or worse, become our most important digital asset, our phone number. You know, the really scary thing about a SIM swap is just how simple it is. This isn't about some sophisticated malware hacking your phone. No, it's a con job. It's pure social engineering. A fraudster literally just calls your mobile company, pretends to be you, and convinces them to switch your number over to a new SIM card, one that's sitting right in their hand. And just like that, they get your calls and, crucially, all of your security codes and one-time passwords.
So how do they actually do it? It's basically a four-step playbook. First, they go hunting for your personal info, your name, birthday, address, anything they can find from all those data breaches or even what you post on social media. Next, they call up your mobile provider and impersonate you. They use all that stolen data to breeze right through the security questions. And then bam, your number is ported to their SIM and your phone goes completely dead.
This all begs the question, right? Why is this attack so darn effective? Well, it's because it exploits a huge, fundamental weakness in how we've built our entire digital security system.
And here's the core of the problem, the single most important thing to understand. Your phone number was only ever meant for one thing, making phone calls. It was never ever designed to be the master key to your bank account, your email, your entire digital life. But that's exactly what we've turned it into. We've taken a simple phone number and made it the key to our digital kingdom. And of course, criminals have figured that out.
For years, the advice we all got was simple, wasn't it? Just turn on two-factor authentication with SMS and you'll be safe. Well, guess what? That advice is now officially outdated and, frankly, dangerous. The new reality is that those SMS codes are the target. They can be intercepted. For your really important accounts, banking, email, you absolutely need to move to what's called phishing-resistant protection, like passkeys, which tie your login to your actual physical device, not just your phone number.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's pretty scary. But this brings us to the solution. Starting in 2026, India is launching a huge coordinated counterattack. You really can think of it as a nationwide digital shield being built to protect every single citizen.
And this isn't just one government department trying to fix things on its own. No, this is the big guns all coming together. We're talking about a unified assault from the Reserve Bank of India, the Telecom Regulatory Authority, and the Department of Telecommunications. They're all working in sync to dismantle these fraud networks from every possible angle. And listen, this isn't some far-off 10-year plan. It's happening, and it is happening soon. In the first part of 2026, all the telecom companies will start rolling out the new caller ID system. Then, on April 1st, mark your calendars, the RBI's new payment rules officially kick in. And by the middle of the year, we'll see the full enforcement of SIM binding for all major apps. This is real. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. What are these new rules actually doing? Well, the first pillar is all about identity. And the goal here is really simple. Take away the one thing fraudsters need most, their anonymity.
The first big weapon in the arsenal is something called CNAP, which stands for Calling Name Presentation. Now just imagine this. You get a call, and instead of a random number or some fake name that an app crowdsourced, your phone displays the caller's official, government-verified KYC name. Instantly, scammers pretending to be from your bank or a government agency have nowhere left to hide. Their real name is right there on your screen.
The second weapon is SIM binding. The best way to think about this is like putting digital handcuffs on your most important apps. This new rule will literally lock your banking app, your UPI apps, and even WhatsApp to the specific SIM card and the specific phone you registered them with. So even if a criminal manages to swap your SIM, it's useless to them. They can't get into your apps because they don't have your physical device. It's a total game changer.
But does all this stuff actually work? I mean, it sounds great in theory, right? Well, the data we have from the pilot programs is incredible. Once CNAP is fully rolled out, daily fraud calls are projected to plummet by a massive 60%. That's not just a statistic. That's a huge real-world impact that's going to protect millions of people.
All right, so they're locking down our identities, but what about the actual money? That brings us to the second pillar of this digital shield, the new rules for how we make digital payments. This is where the RBI is really stepping up.
The RBI is essentially giving our banking security a major brain upgrade. We're moving away from relying just on those vulnerable SMS OTPs. Instead, they're bringing in something called risk-based authentication. Think of it like your bank becoming a detective for every transaction. It'll look at things like, are you using your usual phone? Are you in a familiar location? Does this purchase fit your normal spending habits? If anything looks sketchy, it'll automatically trigger extra security steps. It's smart, it's dynamic, and it's way more secure.
These security changes also come with some updated and frankly much smarter UPI limits. The standard daily limit is still 1 lakh rupees. But, and this is key, for specific verifiable things like hospital bills, school fees, or insurance payments, that limit gets bumped up to 5 lakh rupees. And check out that last one, a 5,000 rupee limit for a brand new UPI user's first 24 hours. That's a really clever safeguard, right? It stops a fraudster from opening a new account and draining someone's money instantly.
Okay, so we've covered the problem and we've covered the massive government solution that's coming. Now for the most important part, what does this all mean for you? Let's get down to the practical steps that you need to take to prepare for this new reality.
Here is your action plan. It's a simple 4-step checklist. Number 1, update your KYC with your mobile provider. Make sure the name they have on file is exactly right, otherwise CNAP won't work for you. Number 2, wherever you can, switch from SMS codes to stronger security, like a dedicated authenticator app or a passkey. Number 3, make sure your messaging apps, especially WhatsApp, are properly linked to your current active SIM card before that SIM binding rule kicks in. And finally, number 4, and you can do this right now, pull out your phone and save this number, 1930. That's the National Cybercrime Helpline. Save it. You'll be glad you did.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, these new rules are pretty incredible. This is easily one of the most ambitious digital security upgrades happening anywhere on the planet. It's designed to make India a much harder target for criminals. But it does leave us with one big question to chew on. As we build these incredible digital shields, are we truly creating a safer future? Or are we just forcing the bad guys to get smarter, kicking off a whole new kind of security arms race?